And we are working out what happens now.
Wait a minute.
So,
You're gonna have to do that again.
hold on. No. I'm just giving you guys an update. Circuit Attorney Gardner has resigned unexpectedly. We were invited in last week to form a transition team, and we're now waiting to hear from the court or the governor as to who will be the authority for the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's office.
Will there be a news conference momentarily, as announced earlier, until that's canceled?
Because of her resignation.
You're okay.
Because of her resignation, we're waiting to talk to the governor or the presiding judge as to who will be the relevant authority.
And at this time, there's some confusion. Kim Gardner had issued a statement saying that Wesley Bell was effectively handling the transition.
Yes.
There's questions about whether she has the authority to say who that would be.
She had the authority when she was a circuit attorney, but her unexpected resignation has put us in kind of a gray area where we're waiting to hear either from the presiding judge, who I believe had been called as a witness at the 1:30 hearing, which may or may not go on now. So we're waiting to hear from the governor and or the presiding judge as to who has authority over the office. We're here, we're ready to work, but we're not sure what our legal standing is.
Would he have the authority to hold both offices at the same time?
Again, we'll hear from the court as to how we will proceed.
How will that affect the ability for Prosecutor Bell to handle prosecuting crimes in St. Louis County?
We're fine. We have 2 murder trials going on in the county now and super competent trial attorneys working them, and we're fine.
How much involvement did County Executive Sam Page and Mayor Tashara Jones have in this transition plan?
It's between Kim and Wesley Bell.
Tell us about the last couple of days leading up to this.
Lots of meetings and trying to get things going. We had some of our warrant officers in the office today learning their protocol. We were expecting to be charging cases today and opening the warrant office on Monday. We hope that the governor and the presiding judge confer that authority upon us, and that's what we're doing later this week.
What do you mean by unexpected resignation? The earliness of it, or?
Yeah, we did not expect Circuit Attorney Gardner to resign today.
Has she pledged not to run again?
I'm not aware. You'd have to ask her.
What was the transition plan? What was proposed?
It was being worked out at the time that this decision, Kim made her decision to resign. So we're still working. Our goal is to assess the level of need. I think we all understand we're in a crisis. Our goal is to assess the level of crisis, to update the governor and of course the public through the media on what the level of crisis is, how many cases need to be charged. We really want to get an open warrant office in the city of St. Louis, and I know that's what the police want. And hopefully the governor and or the presiding judge will confer the authority upon us to do these things.
Is it fair to say no one is in charge of the office right now?
I wouldn't say that.
So
Who's
who
in
is in
charge?
Who's
charge?
running the office?
It's not our office. We're here to help as a transition team. If the judge tells us that we can start charging cases, we'll start charging cases. We're waiting to hear from the best I can say repeatedly is we're waiting to hear from the presiding judge and or the governor. The governor has the appointing power. He could appoint someone right now, and then that might be your story.
Has Mr. Bell talked to the governor about doing that, appointing him?
No, not in those direct terms. He's just talking to the governor about we're here. Kim asked us to help. We're here to help. But also, St. Louis County is not alone in this. Wesley's been on the phone with every prosecuting attorney, every district attorney in the region, and everybody wants to do what Kim asked Wesley to do, which is to help stabilize the circuit attorney's office and protect public safety in the St. Louis region.
What did Kim give us her reason for resigning today?
I don't know. She did issue something to her staff, which you might be able to get a hold of. I don't have her resignation letter. She sent it to the governor as well, so I presume the governor or her staff could.
When did he
Right
last
there.
speak with her, Mr. Bell?
This morning.
And what did she say to him?
I'm not sure exactly what she said to him. They were working out the timing of this 1 p.m. press conference, and we're a little bit surprised that we're not telling you more because we don't have more to say.
In the meantime, does this assure that cases are covered, that you've got bodies in the courtroom so that cases aren't just dropped because nobody showed up?
I can only speak for the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office at this point. We're fine. We have attorneys for everything we need to do. Here in the city, I'm not sure what the next move is. We hope we're told that we can take over, and we're prepared to do that.
And does this impact the search and what the governor's going to decide on who's going to be the next circuit attorney? What happens with that?
It's a question for the governor.
So you've been advised legally that you could take over this office for a time period.
Kim issued an order assigning authority to us, and that order is before the court. It's ultimately the court's decision whether to confer that authority upon our office.
Is there a hearing coming up on that, or?
I thought we would have a ruling by now, and that's why I told you guys to come down here at 1 o'clock.
Does she have the authority to do that?
That would be a question for the court.
But she's going to the court to do that, so is that,
Oh, I mean, I believe Kim had the authority to do what she did, but what the court, it's really the court's decision. It's the court's court. I mean,
So who is in charge of the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office now?
I'm not a spokesman for the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office, so I can't say.
Is Wesley Bell on the property?
Wesley's here, yes.
What's he doing?
He's back there talking to the various people, trying to figure out what's our next move. He's been on and off the phone trying to reach the presiding judge and on and off the phone with the chief of staff of the governor by the minute. And we were hoping to come down here and do the press conference, but he has not yet got the authority that he needs for him to be the one saying these things to you.
Is it fair to say nobody knows who's on first?
I work for the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office.
how is St. Louis County covering the cost of what's being done to assist St. Louis City?
We have we had 2 staff attorneys down here today learning how to charge cases. I don't know what their value would be for the day, but the city of St. Louis's safety is critical to the safety of St. Louis County. So we're doing what Wesley was elected to do and what we all applied to do, which is protect public safety in the St. Louis region. I know that a safe St. Louis city is critical to a safe St. Louis County. And under that understanding, Wesley came down and accepted Kim's offer. But again, St. Louis County is not the only office that pledged support and is willing to provide support. If we were to hear from the presiding judge and or the governor that we're in the right place, you would see a whole lot of prosecutors coming from a whole lot of jurisdictions probably tomorrow, as soon as they could get in here to help. We're not alone in wanting to help.
Wesley Bell was given security access to the office today, is that correct?
He was.
Why was that?
I don't know. I wasn't part of that process.
What's the office's thoughts on the county council's efforts to try and require Bell to get approval from the council to do this?
Oh, I wouldn't speak to the St. Louis County Council. That's something Wesley will work out with them. And that's all I've got to say, folks. Thanks for coming down. I wish we could have done something more informative, but we don't have the authority to do it, so we'd be wasting your time.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
That's Chris.